Did you know that more than half of men over the age of 60 struggle with prostate problems? And by the time most men reach 70 or 80, that number rises even higher. This is not just a random statistic. It is a reality that affects the quality of life for millions of men around the world. Night after night, they find themselves waking up again and again just to use the bathroom. They deal with the frustration of weak urine flow, difficulty starting or stopping, and the constant feeling that the bladder never truly empties. Many believe this is simply the price of growing older. But here is the shocking truth. In most cases, these struggles are not caused by age alone. They are the result of small daily habits, repeated over time, that slowly put stress on the prostate and cause it to enlarge. The difference between the men who suffer in silence and the men who continue to live with comfort, confidence, and freedom well into their 70s and 80s comes down to the choices they make every single day. I want you to think about that for a moment. Imagine two men of the same age. One spends his nights tossing and turning, barely sleeping, running to the bathroom every hour, frustrated and exhausted. The other enjoys long, peaceful sleep and wakes up in the morning feeling rested and ready to face the day. The difference is not luck. It is not genetics alone. It is in the habits that shape their health, often habits they do not even realize are affecting their prostate. One of the most damaging yet overlooked habits is eating heavy meals late at night. Many men love to sit down to a big dinner or grab a late snack before bed, thinking it will help them relax. But in reality, that full stomach presses against the bladder and creates pressure in the pelvic area. Since the prostate sits just below the bladder, it becomes irritated and inflamed. Add to this the fact that late-night meals are often loaded with fatty, salty, or processed foods, and you have the perfect recipe for more inflammation and more discomfort. Over time, this habit not only robs men of sleep, but also contributes to long-term prostate growth. A simple change can make a world of difference. Eating your main meal earlier, keeping dinner light, and choosing easy-to-digest foods gives your body the rest it needs and eases the pressure on your prostate. Another hidden trigger is constipation and holding in gas. Many men never connect digestion with prostate health, but the two are closely linked. When the intestines are backed up or bloated, they press downward on the bladder and prostate. Imagine carrying that pressure day after day. The prostate becomes irritated, blood flow is reduced, and urinary symptoms get worse. Men over 60 are especially vulnerable because digestion naturally slows with age, and medications often add to the problem. The solution is straightforward. Do not ignore the signals your body gives you. Add more fiber through fruits, vegetables, beans, and whole grains. Stay active, even if it is just a short walk after meals, to keep the bowels moving. By taking care of your gut, you also protect your prostate. Clothing choices also matter more than most men think. Wearing tight belts, pants, or underwear every day may feel harmless, but constant pressure around the waist restricts circulation and adds stress to the pelvic region. Without proper blood flow, the prostate tissues cannot get enough oxygen and nutrients. Waste products and toxins also build up, fueling inflammation. This habit even makes urinary urgency worse because the bladder is compressed. Choosing looser, more comfortable clothing, especially when sitting for long periods, can help circulation, reduce discomfort, and ease the strain on the prostate. Another dangerous habit is rushing through urination and not fully emptying the bladder. Many men finish quickly and move on without realizing that leftover urine creates the perfect environment for bacteria to grow. This leads to infections that inflame the prostate even further. Incomplete emptying also keeps the bladder stretched, pushing downward on the prostate and worsening symptoms. This becomes more common with age because bladder muscles weaken and prostate tissue can block the urethra. The fix is patience. Take your time, relax, and even try a method called double voiding, where you pause for a few seconds after urinating and then try again. Fully emptying your bladder reduces infections, lowers pressure, and protects against worsening enlargement. What you drink and eat also matters more than you might imagine. Artificial sweeteners, often found in diet sodas, sugar-free desserts, or protein shakes can quietly irritate the bladder and prostate. These chemicals trick the nervous system, overstimulate the bladder, and increase inflammation throughout the body. Many men consume them daily without realizing they are adding to their urinary problems. The better choice is to limit or avoid them altogether, and instead enjoy natural sweeteners in moderation, like honey or fresh fruit. The simplest and most effective drink of all remains water. Speaking of diet, dairy is another surprising contributor. Too much milk, cheese, or cream can fuel inflammation and even disrupt hormone balance, lowering protective testosterone levels while raising estrogen-like compounds that encourage prostate growth. Excess dairy also adds extra calories that often collect as belly fat, a known risk factor for prostate problems. The answer is not to eliminate dairy completely, but to consume it in moderation, switch to lower fat options, and experiment with plant-based alternatives such as almond or oat milk. Hydration is another area where many men make mistakes. To avoid frequent nighttime trips to the bathroom, some stop drinking water in the evening. While this may sound logical, it actually backfires. When the body is dehydrated, urine becomes concentrated and acidic, irritating both the bladder and the prostate. Instead of fewer bathroom trips, it often causes more urgency and more discomfort. The smarter approach is to drink water steadily throughout the day, have a light sip an hour or two before bed, and avoid bladder irritants like caffeine, alcohol, or sugary drinks at night. This way, the body stays hydrated without overwhelming the bladder during sleep. Finally, one of the most overlooked habits of all is bottling up emotions. Many men carry stress silently, believing that staying quiet makes them strong. But unspoken worry, anger, or sadness fuels chronic stress, which raises cortisol levels and spreads inflammation throughout the body. Stress even tightens the pelvic muscles, restricting blood flow and irritating nerves around the prostate. The result is more frequent urination, weaker flow, and greater discomfort. Learning to manage stress is just as important as diet or hydration. Deep breathing, light exercise, stretching, laughter, talking to a trusted friend, or simply taking time to rest can lower stress and protect prostate health. So now, you know, prostate problems are not just an unavoidable part of aging, they are often the result of everyday choices. Eating late and heavy, ignoring constipation, wearing tight clothing, rushing through urination, overusing artificial sweeteners, relying on too much dairy, avoiding water, and holding in stress. These habits silently put pressure on the prostate and steal away peace of mind. But the encouraging news is this: it is never too late to make changes. Even small adjustments, when done consistently, can bring big improvements. By eating lighter at night, caring for digestion, choosing looser clothing, emptying the bladder fully, cutting back on artificial sweeteners and excess dairy, staying wisely hydrated, and managing stress, you give your prostate the support it needs. The decisions you make today shape the health you will enjoy tomorrow. Age does not control your destiny, your habits do. If you found this message valuable, take a moment to like this video, subscribe for more practical health insights, and share it with another man over 60 who needs to hear it. And in the comments, let us know which habit you are ready to change starting today. Awareness is the first step. Action is the next. Protect your prostate and protect your quality of life.